What's going on? This is Sam. Today the dam holding back iPhone SE 2 leaks has officially broken. We got another hands-on video with a device that looks pretty much identical to the iPhone SE 2 that rumors and other leaks in the past have described. As you can see in this video right here, this device has a glass back. It looks very similar to the original iPhone SE, pretty much the exact same size, 4-inch screen on the front. And it doesn't turn on. This could just be a dummy unit, but this looks pretty realistic. This looks absolutely like an iPhone SE 2 that we could see sometime in May, because that's what we've heard according to Mac Takara. There's so much evidence mounting that we're going to see the iPhone SE 2. Consumac revealed documents saying that Apple is preparing to release new iPhone models. Mac Takara says, yes, this device is coming. There have been no recent sources saying that the iPhone SE 2 will not be making its way to Apple's product lineup this year, which is really exciting. Looking back in the new video today, though, there is one big difference. The other videos and other images of the iPhone SE 2 have reported, I think Mac Takara's report have said, that it will not have a headphone jack. But in this video, we don't know if it's legit because there is a headphone jack on the device. Now, when the report came out that said the device wouldn't have a headphone jack, I thought that was really weird, just because the actual form factor of the iPhone SE wasn't changing at all. And you can make that argument going from the iPhone 6s to the iPhone 7, but inside was a slightly larger battery. And we've heard that the iPhone SE 2 in the past from Text24 could have a marginally larger battery with like a little bit more storage than the original iPhone SE, which would be nice to even see just a little bit of an upgrade there. So maybe that's why Apple was going to get rid of the headphone jack. But in the newest video, and the one that leaked just earlier today, a few hours ago, there is a headphone jack. So there is always the chance that someone modded it, that this video isn't legit, but I feel like it is. It looks like the iPhone SE 2 that we've heard. It's going to have a glass back, almost certainly to enable wireless charging, and of course to give the phone a little bit of a more premium feel. I'm personally really excited that Apple looks to be going with a glass back for the iPhone SE, because the rest of Apple's lineup has glass backs now. The iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 10. Going forward later this year, the new 6.1-inch LCD model, the iPhone 10 Plus, and the iPhone 10 version 2 should all have glass backs to keep the wireless charging feature that Apple just introduced a few months ago. One of the biggest reasons that I think this video is probably real, or that the iPhone SE 2 that is released in just a little bit will probably look at least something like this, is because the design overall is not supposed to change. It's supposed to be a very similar looking device to the original iPhone SE, with a lot of the focus on the changes and improvements. I was going to say year over year, but it's been 2 years since the original iPhone SE, happening inside with like an A10 Fusion processor, maybe a little bit of a better camera. The camera on the iPhone SE 2 is actually one of the parts of the phone that we just don't know that much about. I would assume they're going to put something like the iPhone 7's camera system in the iPhone SE 2, because Apple's whole mentality with this phone is to give users a really good product for a lower price. You're not spending $600, $700, $800 on a phone. Of course, you're not spending $1,000. This will not be the iPhone 10. This is not going to be the best iPhone on the market, but if you want a lower end iPhone, if you have smaller hands and you don't like really big screens, or you just don't like big screens in general, I think the iPhone SE 2 is going to be a really great option for you. And the specs inside, like wireless charging, the A10 Fusion processor, should make $400 worth it in 2018 if Apple sticks with that same pricing. I gotta hear your thoughts on this down below. iPhone SE 2 with a glass back, yes or no? Do you like the iPhone SE 2? Do you care about it? I don't know what it is about the iPhone SE line, but ever since the first one, I've been a really huge fan. I just think it's an excellent product that never really gets as much recognition as it deserves. Hey, before going on to our next story, have I showed you this really cool pillow? I feel like I'm doing a PewDiePie video now. This pillow is very comfortable. Would 10 out of 10 recommend it. It's very cozy, and you can get it over on shop.iupdateos.com, along with all the other iupdateos merch, like this great t-shirt I'm wearing. Oh, and a lot of people have had questions about colors. These are the colors of the original Apple logo, and I wanted to go for a super retro vibe with this lineup. So those are the colors that I chose. And speaking of lower cost iPhones, before wrapping up the video, I wanted to touch on one other story that I read on Mac Rumors. They're saying that Apple is requiring Samsung to drop the price around 9% on the OLED panels that are going to be put in the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 10 Plus later this year, which could lead into the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 10 Plus being a little bit cheaper. We heard from RBC Capital Markets a little bit ago that the second generation version of the iPhone 10 that Apple plans on releasing later this year could actually start at $899 instead of $999, and rather the iPhone 10 Plus costing over $1,000 for the base model, we could actually see that retail at $999, at least here in the United States. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the iPhone 10 and how it's selling, and if the price is too much for consumers, and if Apple made a mistake with this product. I know Bloomberg's been really hitting hard on the fact that the iPhone 10 isn't selling. And on the other side are sites like Apple Insider saying the iPhone 10 is selling just fine. There are no issues with how it's selling. It's generating record profits for Apple. The key here is that nobody knows for for sure just yet, but a lot of people speculate that maybe the iPhone X isn't doing as well. At the same time, maybe it is. We haven't seen their latest earnings just yet. Regardless of what that answer is, however, I still hope the prices of the new iPhones coming later this year go down, because $1,000, regardless of how you look at it or how you spin it, is a lot of money for a lot of people. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you enjoyed watching, as always, it does help me out if you take a second to drop a like, and of course, hit subscribe if you like what you saw. You can head over once again to shop.iupdateos.com to buy this shirt or a pillow or anything else that I have on the store. That would be amazing. For now, I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I'll talk to you in my next video.